Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whatever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Libra and Aries on Mondays. Also, for those of you guys who are interested, the deck that I'm reading today is called the Tattoo Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, the link is in the description below. Also, just as a heads up, sometimes the cards like to flip over in the deck. I do see them, however, I usually only take them if they jump out like these ones have. And my goal is to get you guys roughly 8 or 9 cards. Usually if they come out in groups that are too big, I'll put them right back. But once we have 8 or 9 cards for you guys, we can get started on your reading. Alright, Aries, so I do want to take this time to remind you guys that in case you enjoyed the reading, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But I do want to sort of preface this reading by saying that your overall energy here is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles to me is a really good card to have as your overall energy because it's telling me that you're coming into a time right now where things are feeling a lot more balanced and a lot less one-sided, which I think is really conductive to your goals right now, and I feel like that'll only serve to help you in the long run. I'm looking at this Ten of Pentacles here, and the Ten of Pentacles to me is a really good card. You actually have a lot of this sort of like almost backhanded compliment kind of energy, because you'll have like a nice card like the Ten of Pentacles, and then you'll have it paired with a less positive card here like the Five of Cups. So it almost feels like you guys are suffering from a lot of performance anxiety, because the Ten of Pentacles here talks about this very happy, stable home environment. And the Five of Pentacles talks about disappointments and things that don't turn out the way that you want them to. So it almost feels as if you're trying to reach out and grab this Ten of Swords environment, or sorry, Ten of Pentacles environment, but you're sort of being hindered by this fear of Five of Pentacles. You're worried that you're going to stockpile all these cups and then they're going to spill over in the end. So I think that if you really let go of those inhibitions it'll serve to go a long way. Also, I'm looking at this next column here, the Eight of Swords here with the Three of Cups. The Eight of Swords talks about trap. It talks about entrapment and that energy of feeling trapped and sort of suffocated. So this is a pep deck. So we have just the Eight Swords. We don't really have the illustration to go with it, but when we see the Eight of Swords in other decks, usually there's a person or a woman or someone who is depicted as being tied up and not being able to, obviously being restrained, but she's around all these swords that she could use to her advantage, right? Because she could use any one of those swords to escape, but because she's also blindfolded, she can't see, and she's not really open to the prospect of using any of those swords as a means of escape. So oftentimes when I see the Eight of Swords, it's like this feeling of feeling trapped even though you may not actually be, and sort of like throwing in the towel a little bit sooner than you might want to. And the fact that it's in reverse to me is a good thing, because I feel like you guys are coming out of energy where you feel trapped. You're entering a period now where you feel free, where you feel like you can make things happen. And I feel like that's going to be really good for you guys, especially here with this Three of Cups. Like, I'm seeing that you're going to see some kind of a reunion here that makes you feel very positively. And for some of you, might actually be like an ex or something, because I'm seeing this Ten of Pentacles and sort of this worry here, right? So I can see how if you're pursuing like somebody who you may have had a relationship with, or maybe somebody who you've talked to in the past and things didn't quite take off, I can see how there would be sort of that anxiety of like things ended or haven't started in the past or whatever. But I'm seeing that you really should let go of those inhibitions a little bit and really go after what you want. Because you have the Emperor card here in reverse, and that honestly kind of worries me a little bit, because the Emperor card is the card of Aries, right? So the Emperor is all about sort of like taking what you want and going after what it is that you want. And that's a very big staple of the Aries energy. You guys are all about making things happen, and the fact that it's in reverse makes me feel like you guys aren't really seeing a whole lot of that, right? And even though you're coming out of this Eight of Swords energy, you're not exactly back into your Emperor state, which makes me feel like you guys feel like stressed out and not quite like things are going the way that you would want them to. You also have the Five of Swords here. And the Five of Swords to me talks about conflicts and arguments, so I feel like there's also that worry that you guys might be entering into like a landmine of just arguments. But I don't think that's what you're going into. I feel like this Five of Swords is more representative of what you may be concerned of, more than like what it is that you're going to receive when you go back into the situation. Because I'm seeing sort of this Ten of Coins energy very much connected to the Six of Cups energy, right? And to see the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups, to me, talks about the past. Because the Six of Cups talks about nostalgia and people from the past and sort of anything that makes you feel childlike. So to see that combined with the Three of Cups almost leads me to believe that you're going to, meet back up with somebody from your past. But it's weird because I feel like with this Ten of Wands, it's like everything is on you right now. I feel like you're trying to get things to really square up and happen and make this go from an idea to a reality, but it's like all on you, and that's been stressing you out lately. I'm really getting that phrase, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, right? And I'm not calling you guys stupid, but I feel like you guys are stressing out a little bit about the logistics maybe a little bit more than you probably should. When this to me feels like a very simple sort of like Nine of Cups energy where it's like come forth, talk about how you feel and hope for the best. And this is certainly a very specific message. And it's all sort of like at the center with this Six of Cups and this Three of Cups. I see like, I don't see bad things because I see sort of this Ten of Coins here, but it feels like there's all this anxiety here with the Five of Cups, the Eight of Swords, more so the Five of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. Like, if there's one thing that I would change about this reading, it's this Emperor in reverse. If you guys can reverse this reverse energy and be the Emperor in the upright, I feel like things will be so much more easier for you to get done and things will feel so much better. And you're going to be able to get this Two of Coins energy. Just remember that the balance here, I feel like, is you and your person kind of mirroring each other. And I wouldn't be too surprised if you're like looking at like some kind of a soulmate or maybe even twin flame kind of connection. Because this whole like Six of Cups, splitting apart, Three of Cups coming back together is very reminiscent of sort of that runner-chaser style. But I do see that you guys need to take sort of a little bit of time for yourself to just relax and not worry about the logistics so much. But that was your reading first time around, Aries. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new videos for Aries and Libra on Mondays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings. But with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.